Good morning, friends, and happy Monday! Today is March 23rd, and you write a 23 just like this, a 2 and a 3. Okay, so let's start with our Days of the Week song. Today's Monday. Are you ready? Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Nice job, friends. All right, so since it's March, we're gonna go with our months of the year song. Remember, when we're singing, say March really loud, okay? Are you ready? There's January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, and December. These are the months of the year. Nice job, friend. Kiss your brain. You are so smart. All right. Now I have a pattern up here, so let's look up at the board. All right. So Miss Fisher has grass, and then I have flowers up here. So let's say it together, and we can find out what comes next in our pattern. Are you ready? Grass, flower, flower. Grass, flower, flower. Grass, flower, flower. Do you know what comes next? That's right, it's grass. Good job. That was nice thinking. So Miss Fisher's gonna draw some grass, just like this. Awesome job. Okay, so we're going to put this aside. Guess what? We're going to start a new study on trees. We're going to talk about who cares for trees, what food grows on trees, who lives in trees, and so much more. So Miss Fisher's going to read you a book today. The title is A Tree Grows Up. So we're going to enjoy this story together to start our tree study. Are you ready? So a tree grows up, and the author is Marfie Ferguson Delano. What do you see here? Acorns, that's right. Acorns grow on trees. Look, what's that squirrel eating? It's an acorn. Squirrels love to munch on crunchy acorns. Do you know where squirrels live? That's right, in trees. Acorns drop from oak trees. There's lots of different kinds of trees. Oak trees is a type of tree. In the fall, squirrels eat many of them, but they don't eat them all. The squirrels missed this acorn. One by one, falling leaves cover it. The wind blows soil over it. That's like dirt. In winter, snowflakes blanket the acorn in white. That just means it stays over top of it. Sprout. When spring comes, the shell of the acorn splits open. A tiny root peeks out and pokes down into the soil. And you can see the root is coming right out of the acorn shell and it's starting to grow. Soon, a little green stem with little leaves pushes up and reaches toward the sun. It's a baby oak tree. Day by day, the baby tree grows. Its stem, called a trunk, the stem is right here, becomes harder. By the end of the summer, it's as tall as a pencil. Year by year, the young tree grows. When it's 5 years old, it's tall enough for people to stand under. Songbirds perch on its slim branches. Chirp, chirp. Just like you, a tree needs food to live and grow. Do you know what trees eat? Oh, let's see. But a tree can make its own food. Sunshine helps the leaves turn air and water into a sugary food. This food flows through the veins in the leaves to every part of the tree. So just like we have veins in our body, the leaves have veins too, and you can see the little lines on the leaves. Every fall, when the weather turns chilly, the tree's leaves stop making food. They change from green to red to brown. Then they dry up and they fall off. Brrr! In winter, the tree looks dead, but it's not. It's just resting. It rests all winter long. Spring brings rain and warm sunshine. The oak tree wakes up. New leaves spread wide to catch the sunlight. The tree keeps growing taller and taller. Its trunk and branches grow thicker and thicker, and it becomes more sturdy too. Squirrels scurry up and down the trunk. A family of birds nests on a branch, so the birds use it as a home. Bloom. One spring, when the oak tree is about 30 years old, surprise! Small flowers grow next to the new leaves. After a few weeks, the flowers fall off. Little knobs form where the flowers used to be. They are baby acorns. Over the summer, they get bigger and bigger. And you see the squirrel is eating the acorn. In the fall, the acorns drop from the tree. Many animals come to feed on the fallen acorns. Chipmunks, wild turkeys, bears, blue jays, deer, and squirrels, of course. So lots of animals use acorns as food, not just squirrels. Lots of animals. Here's the blue jay and the deer. So big. The oak is now a grown-up tree. It will keep making acorns for the rest of its long life. It will keep growing taller. Its trunk and branches will grow thicker and thicker. One day, a branch will be strong enough for a swing. Whee! So you see this little girl swinging from the oak tree. And a puppy. Up, out, and down. A tree gets bigger in 3 different ways. It grows up, so it gets really tall. It grows out. The branches grow out like this. And it grows down. Under the dirt are the roots. Do you see the roots growing down into the earth, into the soil? They spread out, and that's how they eat, through their roots and their leaves and their branches. So this says the top of a tree is called the crown. Can you say crown? Good job. That's called the crown on the top of the tree. It's made up of branches and twigs. Right here, tiny tubes inside the tree trunk carry water from the roots all the way up to the leaves. Down here, the roots hold a tree in place. They keep it from falling over when strong winds blow. Growing up. Every year, new shoots push out of the buds at the tips of branches and twigs. This causes the twigs to grow longer and the tree to grow even taller. Number 2, growing out. Every year, a new layer of wood forms underneath the bark of the tree and branches. This makes the trunk and branches get thicker. So every year, this is a fun fact, you see these rings inside? That's how you can tell how old a tree is. Because if you count the number of rings, if there's 15 rings, that means the tree is 15 years old. Number 3, growing down. Most of a tree's roots are underground. Every year, the roots spread wider and deeper. That's how the tree grows down. Remember, the roots are going down under the tree. Home sweet tree. Birds and squirrels aren't the only animals that make their home in an oak tree. Here are just a few of the many different animals that live in oak trees. A honeybee, a white-footed mouse, a downy woodpecker, a gray tree frog, a mourning cloak butterfly, a tree cricket, and a skunk. Super seeds. Most trees begin their lives as seeds. Seeds come in many different shapes and sizes. An acorn is a seed. It grows into an oak tree. Acorns have a smooth, hard shell with a rough, bumpy cap. Here are some other kinds of seeds. How many of these have you seen before? There's maple seeds. These seeds turn into this big maple tree. There's apple seeds, and apples grow on trees. So when you plant these seeds, it becomes this big apple tree here. A pine cone seed, and when you plant those, it becomes this big pine tree. And then there's a cherry seed inside of a cherry. If you plant that one, it becomes this big cherry tree. The ends. Did you like that? There's lots of different things we need to learn and know about a tree. So that's just our first story, and we're going to do tons and tons of fun things during our tree study. I can't wait. Okay, we're going to see you tomorrow. Bye!